What up, S.I.B.R family? Welcome to week 4 in the NFL. I know why you're here. You're looking to put some money down, looking to get some dubs for the weekend. Well, you come to the right spot. I'm here to get you paid. Let's get right to the picks. Let's waste no time. Jaguars -3 versus the Falcons. This game is in London, but not only that, this is going to be the Toy Story game. That's right. There is some weird thing happening where they will be animating the game live in real time. I don't understand it. I don't know how it's going to work, but I'm interested to watch it. But let's get to the real game. Look, the Falcons have overperformed expectations. And look, me, for one, the Jaguars, in my opinion, have been underperforming. And Trevor Lawrence has not looked like the elite quarterback he is made out to be. But I'm still going to say, with the trip to London, the Jaguars have been here, done that many times before. I'm going to trust them in this situation to cover the 3 points. So take the Jags -3. Bills -2.5 versus the Dolphins. Look, after a 70-point outburst last week from the Dolphins, Miami is the talk of the town. They are being picked by everyone to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. But I think the Bills are going to have something to say about that. The fact that the Bills are favored by 2.5 in this game says to me the smart guys don't really put much stock into that 70-point blowout last week. And at some point, the Dolphins are going to be challenged for real. I think the Bills, after that week 1 embarrassment to the Jets, have looked like a very focused team. Josh Allen looks like he is very focused and locked in. For that reason, I like the Bills to make it tough for Miami to get out there and run the way they like to. I like them to be physical. I actually am taking the Bills minus the 2.5 in this game. Broncos -3.5 versus the Bears. This game can be summed up as the matchup of chaos. Both of these teams are hot dog water. That's trash. In my opinion, it's now or never for Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears. I am done with this fiasco. One of them's got to go, whether it's the coaching staff or it's Justin Fields. Somebody's got to get out of there because it's simply not working. The same can be said for Sean Payton and Russell Wilson. Now, obviously, Sean Payton just beginning his first year with the Broncos. He's not going to go, so Russell Wilson's probably going to get shipped out, but something's got to give in this game. I like Justin Fields and the Bears to actually perform better than the Broncos this week and get the dub. Browns -3 versus the Ravens. I think the Ravens are in a little bit of trouble. They are dealing with injuries, which is nothing new for this franchise. It seems to be a consistent problem with them for years. The Browns and Deshaun Watson last week looked like he might be getting a little back to pre-suspension form. I like the Browns to cover this week. Bengals -2.5 versus the Titans. Look, I bet on the Titans last week and I got gut punched. Not happening again. Joe Burrow in that game last week looked like he was starting to round into form. His timing is a little bit off, but due to the injury in the offseason, I think that limited his reps in practice and in the preseason. I think for that reason, these first couple games have kind of acted as a preseason for him to get his rhythm back. I think he's starting to get it back. I think this week it starts to gel even more, and I like the Bengals in this spot. Rams versus Colts is a pick'em game. And in this spot, I'm going to go with the Rams. Saints -3.5 versus the Bucks. Look, it's probably going to be Jameis Winston versus Baker Mayfield, which is just a turnover fest. I'm going to go with the Saints, though. I think Jameis Winston in this spot, knowing what his role is and not being expected to carry anything, is going to be able to outperform Baker Mayfield, who I think is going to try to come in and do a little bit extra. I'm taking the Saints. Eagles -9 versus the Commanders. Now, I'm going to go with the Commanders for 2 reasons. Number one, it's a division game. These two teams know each other very well. And number two, I think the Eagles, although they did get the win last week, there seems to be something off in the chemistry department. I'm not really sure what it is, but anytime I see Jalen Hurts, he looks like he's a little disinterested, a little frustrated with something. I don't know what it is. The Commanders' defensive line is top-notch and legit. That defense is pretty good, and they have a lot of weapons on the outside on offense. Sam Howell just has to hold it all together. I think they do this week. I think they cover the 9-point spread. I don't see Philly winning by 9. Go with the Commanders plus the 9 points. Vikings -4 versus Panthers. Let's break it down very simply. Panthers are bad. Vikings are better. Vikings. Steelers -3 versus the Texans. Look, last week I was very encouraged by what CJ Stroud was able to do in their big win. I like him to continue that this week. I really don't believe in Kenny Pickett. I think the Steelers offense looks a mess, and I'm going to blame Kenny Pickett more than I will blame the offensive coordinator, but more for that in another video. I'm going with my man CJ Stroud and the Texans to get another win this week. Chargers -5 versus the Raiders. 5 points is going to be easy to clear for the Chargers. I like the Chargers to dominate this game from start to finish. I like Herbert to continue what he did last week and just throw the ball all over the field versus Raiders team, who honestly is starting to look more and more like a mess each week. Dallas -6.5 versus the Patriots. This would seem like easy money, right? Not so fast. I'm taking the Patriots to keep this game within the 6.5. So if you're giving me 6.5 points, I like the Patriots in that spot. Until Dallas shows me that they can overcome their deficiencies in the red zone, I'm never going to trust them in these spots with a number this high. Go with the Patriots. 49ers -14 versus the Cardinals. Look, you know my golden rule. Double-digit point spread, I'm betting the dog. But in this case, not only am I betting the dog because of the massive point spread, but I think Arizona is proving to be a tough out. Now, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's pride, if it's that they were written off. I don't know if it's just a great coaching job going on down there, but they play hard. And for that reason, I like them to keep this game closer than the 14-point spread. So it's going to be a tough out for anyone facing Arizona, and I'm not just saying that because the Cowboys lost last week, and so I'm trying to stay face. No, they are appearing to be a tough out for anyone. I like them to keep this game within 14. Go with the Cardinals. Chiefs -8.5 versus the Jets. This game is a prime time game. The Jets are being completely written off. You got Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift making waves around the world. I'm actually going with the Jets in this spot. Look, the Kansas City Chiefs have had multiple games over the past couple years where the games were closer than they deserved to be. I'll go right back to last year when they struggled against the Indianapolis Colts. The Jets defense is good. The Jets offense has potential if Zach Wilson would just unleash the ball and stop trying to be so safe. I think in this spot, the coaching staff understands that it's now or never. We got to go for broke. I think with the defensive players chirping about the issues they're having with the offense, I think the coaching staff says, look, let's let this kid go. Just go play football. Let's go for broke. We got nothing to lose. And for that reason, I'm not taking the Jets to win this game, but I do take the Jets with 8.5 points. I think this game is going to be a lot closer than that. Go with the Jets. Seahawks -1.5 versus the Giants. Look, I know the Giants are an inconsistent up and down team, and I know Seattle, not really sure what you're going to get because people are still waiting for Geno Smith to fall apart and show who he really is. It's not happening this week. I like the Seahawks to comfortably clear that 1.5 point margin. Go with the Seahawks -1.5. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Take these picks, go out there, get you some money, and I'll catch you guys next time.